It's Rose.
It's Rose. I thought you were going to say it's raining men for a minute.
Wow.
That tone. All I heard is, it's raining men.
Right, down to our sauces.
Oh, dope. That was at one point in time like my go-to karaoke song. I remember being like 8 or 9 years old. One summer holiday, they were doing like a kids production thing, and that's the song I done. According to all sources,
This is why we are friends.
Place to go, have back for the first time. So that's what I've done. I was going to cry.
I was totally going lip syncing.
Yeah.
I was like, I should be a drag queen.
I love that. And well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of We've Got This Maybe,
The podcast / karaoke session.
I know. Well, that is selling peeps, because if that's anything to go by, we're in for a good one. This is gonna be a good one.
I think it's gonna be.
We've got a funny conversation to be had today, and I can't quite remember where this came from. It probably came from us just moaning about life, moaning about house crap, husband crap, our own crap.
Yeah. I think it came from the fact that we were saying like who are we in this life? Like, you know, what kind of character do we vibe with, type of thing, wasn't it? And it was kind of, I wonder what are the things that people moan about their partners, like, what are the kind of people that, you know?
Yeah, what do our partners fall into, and like what are we guilty of? Hands up, guilty over here.
Who are we in the Cosmopolitan quiz?
Well, that's it, guilty as charged. So this time, audience, we've come prepared, and we don't often come prepared with props being list on Le Mobile Phonely. But
that's her third glass.
my Mobile Phonely. But we've got lists of the most annoying habits that husbands or wives do.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I've got the wives and Erin's got the husbands, like the men's list. I've got the women's list, haven't we?
Fine. Of the most annoying things. And I was just scooting through it really just to see how many of these I relate to in terms of like my day-to-day life with Rory. And I'm thinking, yep.
So this should be a tick list.
Like literally, this is just should I be ordering them from 1 to 10 in terms of like highest ranking annoying to bottom, because they're all on here. How are you relating? I haven't really looked at these. No, I haven't looked at these ones.
I mean, there is one that basically should be Vicks. And then yes, there's actually no, that's another one that should be Vicks. There's another one that should be Vicks.
So it's a little bit of self-reflection right now.
I definitely think we'd recognise both ourselves in this. I mean, and again, is that to do with the trait of being a woman, to you know, the fact that we're mums or what? But there's quite a few.
Fine, okay. I'll start off first one then, because as much as Rory is the worst for this, I am bad for this as well. But I feel like I'm good at also making it right. So number one on the list here, they've called it the sock toss. So literally just chucking your dirty clothes, dirty laundry on the floor in the corner. Okay. On the floor, on the bed, anywhere but the laundry basket. Right.
Okay.
So that is us down to a T. Rory's got his side of the room. I've got my side of the room. Growing up, I was always the same. I had a chair in my room that just became my like chair drobe. Like it was the place I put my clothes that weren't clean but weren't dirty and, you know, weren't quite ready for the basket. Whereas Rory just like leaves his pile on the floor. As I say, 100% guilty of this myself. But then I'm the one that goes round and like mind sweeps everything to do the washing, because I'm like washing fairy in our house. So that is like 100% like something I relate to. But I always say, like, I wish I was the sort of person that was tidier. I would say cleaner, but I don't think cleaner is the right word because I wouldn't say I'm dirty. I'm just messy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, how do you relate to that?
I'm definitely messy, but I am also OCD.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
So Lawrence is the floordrobe. So his is sort of, and again, you could argue that because Lawrence works late, he comes to bed at 1, 2 a.m. He literally just has to throw his clothes off and kind of like get into bed. So it could be dark. I don't know. There's all sorts of excuses I'm giving him right now. I don't know why I'm doing that. But I will be the one like you to be the, is this dirty? Can I take this? Can I put it in the laundry?
Oh, but do you ever do the thing that you pick it up and sniff it?
I did. Now that I have 2 growing boys and I have a Lawrence in the house, there's absolutely no way.
Because sometimes though it annoys me because I'm also the same with clean laundry.
Yeah.
Is like I have like washing mountain, I call it, which is like all the clean laundry I've taken off and I haven't had a chance to put it away yet.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it gets muddled because say I moved Rory's pile of clean laundry into the bedroom and then it just sort of gets, mixed up between the dirty and the clean. And I'm like, okay, is this dirty? Like, what does it look like? Hold it up to the light, like, see what I can see. And then I put it through. So, he's 100% guilty of that, but I can't blame him for everything. So I'm just as bad.
So let's go on to one for the women. So the one that basically should be just titled Vix is the emotional decoder.
Oh, 100,000,000%. So one of the first things that you ever told me about like how your relationship works is like you basically like psychoanalyze.
Yeah. Every little detail. And here, the emotional decoder, reading between the lines, knowing when he's annoyed or upset, and sometimes overreacting before he even realizes. So again, this whole thing of like, basically, with Lawrence and I have a little tete-a-tete. Most likely, one of the comments that he will throw at me is going, "Stop psychoanalyzing me. I know what I'm feeling." And I'm like going, yeah, but have you felt like this before? Do you know if you're feeling that way? Do you think that's, are you projecting?
Yeah. It's like, don't tell me how I feel.
Yeah. And he's like, sometimes I just need to moan. I don't need to know why I'm upset or why I'm anxious.
Does he psychoanalyze you?
He's starting.
He's
learning. Yes, definitely. There's definitely a bit of telling. And do you know what? It's been harder for, I think, me to learn to back down and accept his observations. But I am now realizing I need to listen. Yeah. I need to learn. I need to listen to what he's saying to give, it's that feedback thing, right? We did that episode, didn't we? It's that whole thing of feedback. And I'm going, fine. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
I love that. That's on the list.
Yeah. What's another one you've got then?
So it says here the remote hog, but changing channels relentlessly and insisting that it's their show that they must watch. So I can't relate to that 100%. So Rory is a remote loser, right? So he always loses the race. So now I know like the 1 or 2 places he will just put the remote and then forget he's put it. And it's usually he'll put it like on top of the sofa and then it will like slip behind the cushions at the back. And I know that now. And I'm like, Rory, it's obviously behind the cushions. And he's like faffing around where to find it, or the remote in the bedroom. Like typically the remote is white and all our bed linen is white. So it like blends in and just always like on your side. So he'll always lose it. But when it comes to TV, he is like non-committal. So if I ever went out, so say I was here, for example, with you, he'd be like, oh, I'm going to find something to watch on the TV. He would spend 2 hours flicking through Netflix, flicking through YouTube, flicking through all of the like subscriptions, but not committing to a program because he doesn't want to like be disappointed by his choice. And it's so annoying if I'm there with him, like it's 7:30, we've had dinner, like we're just like getting down to watch TV. He'll just be like, no, no, no. And I'm like, just bloody choose something. And then we spend so much time like flicking through the channel. We're then like, no, I can't bother now. I may as well just go to bed. But he will admit that as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of his like worst habits is just not being able to just like commit to something to watch.
I can understand that because I think when you do have too much choice, it can overwhelm you because you're like, yeah, you know, because again, when you had 5 channels way back when,
I was going to
you were like, you had no choice. You're like, yeah, I'm going to watch this because it's better than what's on the other 4 channels. You know, you choose, you know, your choice is limited at that time.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have all this choice, but now it's hard. Do you know what really bugs me? And again, it's kind of like Lawrence and I are dreadful when we have, you know, when you have those like treat meals in front of the telly,
Oh, yeah.
like a Friday night takeout or something. What bugs me is that we order the takeout and we have like, what, 45 minutes until the takeout's going to turn up. Why don't we plan the telly before the takeout arrives?
Yeah.
But instead, no. I'm the one who ends up with the remote because Loris can't even talk, doesn't want to make the decision. So I'm there flicking through going, should we watch this? Should we watch that? Oh, I don't know. Whatever you want to watch. I'm like, no, what do you want to watch?
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. And he's like there scoffing his meal. And I'm like, mine's getting cold.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find something.
I'm trying to find something to wear. And I'm like, oh, this is the worst.
What I would say is, why don't you plan your takeout earlier? So by the time you finish your evening stuff, it's ready. So you don't have a 45-minute wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
I hate waiting like that. That time when you're like, oh, shall we get a kebab? Shall we get an Indian? Shall we get a whatever? And then that wait time. And then by the time it comes, you're like, I'm done now.
Yeah, I'm over it.
So over it.
I'm not going to lie, that may have happened before.
No. So what else? What else?
Let's have a look. So, this is a good one. I'm going to challenge you on. The question assassin.
Oh, okay, go on.
Because obviously we talked about this before where you're quite curious and you like understanding things.
Yeah.
The question assassin asking 1,700 questions at once, especially while he's trying to concentrate or watching something.
So guilty as charged. And I even caught myself doing it the other day. Like Rory said to me, Erin, I just need to listen to this for work or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Of course, no worries. He sat down on the sofa. I got something off my laptop, or I must have saw something. And I was like, what do you think about it? And then I looked at him and he had his headphones in and I was like, oh, sorry. Don't you worry about me. It's nothing. He took his headphones out. He's like, what'd you say? And I was like, nothing. Hi, nothing. Don't worry. I forgot. He literally told me like 20 seconds prior that he was like listening to something. I can't help it. Like, you know, when it's just like, like verbal.
Yeah.
And like, I am interested. I like to know what's going on. Like, nosy, curious, interested, like however you want to put it. But like Rory's often like, just let me get on with it. Like, shh, don't be.
Yeah.
Are you like that?
No, I don't think so. I think I don't. Again, this is where we're sort of slightly, you know, taking a tangent here. But one of the things that drives me nuts about Lawrence is, I don't know if you ever get this in a conversation. If you're talking about something, say, for example, oh my God, I saw this meme the other day, or oh, did you hear about this story on the news, whatever? And if Lawrence is telling me a story and I'm going, oh God, that sounds awful. And he'll go, but I'll show you. And I'm like, I don't need to see it. You don't need to show me. He's like, no, I'm going to show you this person cutting a toenail or something stupid. You know,
I'd be like, oh, show it to me.
And I'm like, I don't need to see. And he's like, no, show it here, take it, show it. Look. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't need to see. And he's so insistent. It's like, I'm like, babe, I do believe you. It's not like you have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I know. And he's like, so insistent. Oh my God, this song from like 1600 years ago. Like, have you ever heard it? Have you ever heard, you know? And then they did a remix and then they did this. And I'm like, I don't need to hear the whole full back catalog.
I love that. But he just wants to share it with you. That's sweet. Whereas like,
no, thank you.
You're like,
tell me the story. That's all the information I need to know. Thank you.
I believe you. Thank you. Bye. So the next one on my list, and this is quite funny, is the temperature wars. So in our house, right?
I can resonate with this.
Yeah, honestly, seriously, right. So obviously it's getting a little bit colder now. Rory comes down and he's like, oh, it's freezing down here, and he's like in a vest and shorts. And I'm like, put a jumper on then. I was like, seriously, like, no wonder you're cold. You're wearing nothing. He's like, no, just turn the heating on or turn the heating up. I'm like, no. He was like, but I like wearing this in the house. My house should be warm. And I'm like, no. And then, like, at night, it's almost like the other way, where like our bedroom is like Baltic because it's just like freezing or whatever. And then we've got the window on and the fan, like window open and the fan on. And I'm like, it's literally freezing in here. Do we really need the fan on? He's like, yeah, but I just like the feeling of the air circulating. And I'm like, I can relate to that. I really can, but it's freaking freezing in here.
But what's interesting, and again, whether this right or wrong, because you know it came from Le TikTok. I was watching someone the other day explaining that people like fans that are on at night because it's about dysregulation. It's the constant humming and the
White
wind.
noise. I love it.
Oh,
I love it. No, I love white noise, but when it's freezing cold, I would rather just put a white noise machine on than have,
rather than have
like the fan on. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, this is like totally like counter. Like right now, this just doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah. The temperature wars in this house are the number on the radiators.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I'm a northerner, so I've done the whole out in Newcastle in a belt dress. I'm fine with the cold.
Yeah.
I'm fine with a lower temperature. Whereas Lawrence will walk down in shorts and a t-shirt and go, God, it's cold. And I'm like, have you got socks on?
Yeah.
Have you got a jumper on?
Yeah.
If you have a jumper on, if you've got a t-shirt on, if you've got a vest on, if you've got those 3 layers on and you've got trousers and socks and you're still cold, then I'll put the heating on.
The funniest thing though is like Rory is so like anal about like the temperature of the kids' rooms, which I totally understand. Like because you know on the monitor you can see how hot it is, and I'm thinking in the summer all we're forever doing is trying to bring the temperature down. Yet in the winter, when the rooms are at the temperature that we brought them down to in the summer, then it's too cold. And I'm like, hold on a minute, we were actively paying money to get the temperature of this room at this temperature, and now it's the winter, that temperature's too cold and we need to raise it. I know this just does not make sense.
It never does.
It does not make sense. So yeah, absolutely resonate with that one.
So yes, temperature wars, I think that's definitely a thing. But I mean, I used to be like that like a kid as well. Like my parents wanted it warmer, I didn't.
So I honestly, my room was in the loft room for the majority of the time that I was growing up. And I had one of those like not a fan heater, but like an electric
on the wall.
Like you turned it up. And I used to sleep with it on full blast. Like my room was like a furnace. It was seriously so dangerous. And I probably left it on like that all day when I was out, and I'd come in. And I remember that feeling of walking in and just being like hit with the hot air. And I loved it. And I don't know how I could ever sleep like that, but I could.
Yeah,
and thank God we never had a dodgy thing in there, because now I'm like, oh my God, like couldn't think of anything worse than doing that. It's almost just like leaving your straighteners on all day. Like it's just terrible.
Yeah, I mean all these 999 programs and things like that have put the fear of God into me. Like whereas before, like you say, we're so blasé because we didn't know the risk.
That's it, and I didn't even think of the bill. Like the energy bill now. Like I'm forever turning my like thing down on the schedule to get my little leaf.
Yes, that's it exactly to get the economy. Right, let's have a look. What else is in here? This is a good one. The just one more thing shopper, the one who goes to the store for milk but comes back with 5 bags full of essential items.
Well, I know this is you because we've had this conversation before, and I know it's me, and I 100% actually know it's like Rory too, because like we're very much like I need one item, I'm going to go and get it sort of people.
So let me ask you this then. When we're talking about, obviously on here it says, you know, coming back with the essentials.
Yeah. My trip to Aldi, that I've gone for one thing and I've come back with a mixer, new bowls, kitchen towels, dog bed. Like,
this is the interesting thing about, and I'm thinking about Lawrence and I at the moment, and it'd be interesting to see what you guys do. When I go out and get my essentials, when I'm going for just one bit of milk, I come back with things going, oh, we'll have that for tea. Oh, that's a good idea for Christmas. Oh, I like that. That'll be nice for, the house. Or, oh, there's some nice towels there. So it's never really about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what me and Lawrence always bicker over, is because when he comes in with his essentials, when he's got the milk, there's biscuits and Fanta. And I'm like, who are they for, babe? And
Yeah.
he's like, for me. And I'm it's nothing for the rest of the house.
Yeah. And that 100%. Like, so Roy will go and he'll be like, oh, I just picked this up. And I'm like, well, that's the like absolute premium version of the absolutely fine thing that we always buy that actually I've already got an extra one of in the cupboard. You just didn't look. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
that.
A few months ago, he come back with he was like, oh, so he wanted extra honey or something he wanted. And I usually just buy like regular honey, like no problem, squeezy honey. He'd come back with this huge bottle of like Rouse honey.
Oh,
right. I know, right? Spending it at the best of times, right? Whatever. He thought it was on nectar, right? And then obviously he got to the checkout and the nectar price wasn't even on there. And then Rory being Rory, he's probably like too embarrassed. Sorry, excuse me. Beep. Too embarrassed to put it back. So he's ended up with this like £8 squeezy thing of honey that he thought was like £4 that we didn't even need. And I'm like, so annoying. And like, fair enough. Like, we obviously used it. It's just irritating.
Yeah. I mean, I am kind of with him on the whole like embarrassment thing. I've done that before. I don't know if I ever, I think I have told you, but obviously not shared with the listeners. There was an incident with the Asda in where we live, where the pricing had gone a bit awry. And they were selling a certain brand of champagne.
This is so great.
For £12, not 56.
Like, you just need to...
So literally, my friend messages me going, oh my God, I have just bought this said champagne that they know I like in Asda for this price. And I'm like, what? And I didn't believe him. So they took a photo of the receipt, showed me, and I'm like, oh! I literally down tools and whatever I'm doing. I don't even know. I was working at the time. And I literally put down my thing, ran downstairs, told Lawrence I was going to Asda. Like, he had no context. And then I had to ring him in the car to tell him why. Got to Asda and they had none on the shelf. So I went to ask someone. And I said, look, my friend's just got this. Can I get one, please? And they were like, oh, that must be an error. We've got none left, And I said, oh, well, I'll go try the other Asda. And they were like, oh, I don't think they'll have it. La, la, la. Anyway, so I went to the other Asda and I was like, right, I'm going to get one of these bottles. I'm going to, it's going to be amazing that I'll get this value for money. Anyway, took it to the tills, scanned 50 odd quid. I was like, oh, but because I've been ID'd for the damn bottle.
Wow, well, good on you anyway. That would make your day.
I was like, I'm not putting this back. Even though I've got to spend an extra 40 quid on something I hadn't planned to get, I didn't need. And I just couldn't put it back. I had to buy it there and then. Oh. So I came home and Lawrence was like, you're a dickhead.
Oh, and the fact that you probably spent an extra 10 minutes travelling to that Asda as well.
Petrol, carbon footprint, the lot. I accumulated so much and came home. And my pride got in the way.
I've got no shame like that. I honestly, and you're probably a better person than me, but I literally don't care. I lack social skill like that.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who gets the better value then, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I still would have wasted my time.
Well, anyway, but that was my, so I kind of, it was one of the
I was so sure that story was going to end with you getting a really good deal.
You know what? That was the dream, but never came to be.
Okay, so the next one on my list is directions denial. So refusing to ask for directions, but then blaming Google Maps when you get lost. So can relate to this a little bit because wherever we go, even if it's just like the local post office, which is like, I don't know, 500 meters down the road, we always put maps on. Like even driving to the school, the same journey that we do every day, we always put maps on just in case. Yeah. Brilliant. Always a bit committed. But sometimes when we're driving on the road, Rory doesn't like to be told. So sometimes he tells me that I'm getting involved too much. So I can see like we're driving along and, you know, the little like bear left thing or like take the next exit sign sort of coming out. And I'm like, we're sitting over really far over on the right. Like, are we going to get over in time? And then like sort of don't say anything. And then I say something. He's like, yeah, Erin, I knew. I was just waiting to go there. And then sometimes then I don't say anything, or we like overshoot the junction. And I'm like, Rory, we're meant to turn left just then. And he's like, oh, yeah, I missed that. And I'm like, I literally saw that coming. I saw it coming. He's like, oh, I couldn't see the map properly. And he's now got this blooming stupid phone holder in the car. And it basically creates a blind spot on the map. So whereas before we had like it center console thing, he got this new phone thing. So the steering wheel essentially like blocks out the whole bottom right section of the phone. So if you're ever needing like that part of the map, you can't see it. So I'm forever like overlooking the wheel to like see the map properly. And we've missed directions so many times, but he'll always be like, oh, that's a really bad junction, or didn't give me enough notice or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever. Just don't say anything.
Well, at least you can sometimes say something, because with Lawrence, I absolutely can't.
What is it about men and driving? Seriously.
I don't know. Because again, although the main thing is you guys use Google Maps, I use Google Maps everywhere. Because again, it has traffic information.
Yeah, that's
so I'm like, if there's an accident or if there's an unplanned closure, 8 times out of 10, it'll be on Google, right? Again, we are not paid or supported by said company.
Sadly not. Yeah.
No one we talk about we are sponsored by. Although we would be very interested in anybody that will.
Yeah, open to it.
But I rely on Google Maps for everything. Whereas Lawrence, who has done, like you say, the journeys day in, day out. So he goes into London to pick up the boys when we have them over here. And he doesn't use the maps. And that's kind of like, but why? Why? You don't know. There might be a closure. There might be an accident. There might be something in the way. You might be delayed for an hour because, and if you'd checked on the maps, you would have known. Anyway, he's like, no, I like my direction. I like where I'm going. And what he cannot stand me do is, you know, if you're like, I don't know, you're out for the day, you've gone to the shops, you've gone to pick up whatever it is, you know, it's a Saturday. Do you know what? We're just passing. Can we just go get actually one of these things? I've been meaning to get one for a while. It will send him into overdrive.
Oh, a detour.
Cannot stand a detour, cannot stand an unplanned stop, a pit stop, if you will. Nope, none of my, and like, again, the way my mind works, I'm like, oh, let's try and optimize everything we do.
Oh.
Right? He cannot deal with that. If I've told him we need to go to the shop to get this paint for our painting kitchen or whatever, and I go, oh, let's go to Asda and get some of this while we're there. Nah.
No, that would actually annoy me.
Would it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're the same then.
Thinking about it, because sometimes, like, you know, when you've got your plan to leave to get somewhere on time, sometimes Rory's like, should we just quickly stop at Sainsbury's? And I'm like, no, I don't want to stop at Sainsbury's.
Do you want to get somewhere on time? I get that.
It's so annoying.
They're like, well, we're having a leisurely Saturday morning. We're going to pick up some paint. We're like, what? A bit away from the Asda. I'm like, dude, let's just pop in.
All right, maybe in context, then maybe. But like, if I'm on the way somewhere, I'm always like, oh, can we just stop here to pick this up? And I'm like, go away. But like, I also like to have like my route that I like to travel. But every day that I go to the school, or a couple of times a week when I drive into work, I'm forever going in a different direction. Because of traffic.
Roadworks, the lot.
Yeah. So I would struggle to, how much wasted time he must have had. He must have accrued.
Well, that's it. That's where my life, again, with my spinning plates and my Google.
That's probably why I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, gets away. It's our 20-minute, you know, when we were saying about, you know, escaping to the shops just for a mental break.
I think it was a cucumber or something we were buying.
Yeah. But hey, look, I think it's been quite fun.
Oh, it's been so much fun.
That's been good fun.
So I think what we've just realised is the lists are same but different.
I think so. And also, I think it's not just men and like, it's not just like traits for men and traits for women. It's like, it's a pretty mixed bag.
We're all really annoying. Like everything
We're
is
basically all irritating.
so annoying. And do you know what? Sometimes I think it's so good to reflect and actually laugh
Yeah.
about stuff like that, because in the moment, those situations are so frustrating. But actually, hindsight, when you look back on them, it's like, haha, that's quite funny. And maybe we should do that more like with our respective partners. Like if Rory and I laughed about the laundry or laughed about, you know, missing that junction rather than arguing about it.
But this is it. And again, it comes back to that sort of point of being able to take the feedback on in a way that you know it's not a dig, it's not a negative sort of toxic sort of jab. You know, Lawrence and I were talking about this actually the other night. Lawrence and I, again, you know, when we're talking about being overwhelmed, we have a lot on our plate. We're both really stressed for individual kind of reasons. And we had a jibe at each other. And he thought my jibe was really, really upsetting. He really got upset by it. And I was like, I didn't mean it in that way. I meant as in like, I just wanted you to know this.
Yeah.
So you don't, you know, you avoid whatever consequence could come from it. So again, we were trying to think about ways that we could kind of communicate something either with humor or something where we can kind of have a code word in front of it, which it means like, this is an absolute neutral territory, like neutral zone, no dig, no nothing. This isn't a judgment. This is purely me going, hey, I've got a heads up for you. I just want to let you know.
Ooh, that is interesting in itself, in the sense as this is neutral, but is anything really neutral?
But that's
the
it.
Conversation there.
And that's what we couldn't figure. We couldn't figure it out.
Because there's always like a connotation, isn't there? Like, I'm saying this because it's peed me off, or I'm saying this because for one reason or another. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Well, that was a good one. I like that one. And hello over there to all of our new subscribers again. Once again, we've had a flurry of new people and we love it. Lots of lovely comments and messages and things like that. So if you haven't already, and I'm sure you are, but just in case you're not, please follow, like, subscribe, all of that sort of stuff. I know we say it so many times, but it really helps other people find us, which is really super important. And if you're enjoying our chat and you're resonating with the conversations that we're having, then we want other people to as well. So please, if you haven't already, do so.
We'd love you too.
Love you too.
Love you long time.
Well, on that note, December next week. Cheers.